22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Play fake. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Winston. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like the
blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. Got a man, that's Richie James. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. York able to send this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 30-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1 and didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 29. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Winston. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone. They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Aleem McNeil able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Kamara trying again, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about it.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by York is up and good. The lead grows to 10-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into half. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Room to run at the 50. Khalif Raymond. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Foreman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
to give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve we saw right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Goff a handoff here to Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that would be the second half was better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Swift going to try up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's going to be caught, and in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Now for the point after. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Complete to Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number one.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from the big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And Detroit getting set to go now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is put a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A carry for Foreman. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now trailing 14-13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here first and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
First down, and they go with Swift again. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the keeper, here's Goff. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Swift. It'll go as no gain on the play. And now we're looking at a third and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Goff now to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.